Hi, Sadhguru. Most of my life I've lived in the US. I'm here on a vacation, and I'm lucky to, be here. And
I never knew that people come to Mumbai for vacation.
I'm kind of blessed to be here, actually. My question to you is that I had a liver transplant a year ago, and I had some sort of an awakening, and I'm fighting the part of being spiritual and at the same time being physical. And I don't want to be a Buddha where he left his wife and went away. I like to be with my spouse. My question to you is that the urge of going to the other side is very, very strong. How do you come to terms with this? That is my question for you. Thank you.
Buddha left his wife when he was 24 or 25. There are some things that you can't retire from. Anyway, about this is something, the clarity has to come in the population. Spiritual process is an inward journey. The geography of your location, whether you're going to live in your home, whether in Mumbai or United States, or you're going to choose a cave somewhere, anyway, to tell you the truth, there are not enough caves in Himalayas for all of you. So there's no point looking for a cave. The home that you live in, or the city that you live in, or the atmosphere and the people around you are of no consequence for you to turn inward. Because inward journey is essentially about you. This has nothing to do with anybody. There are many people who come and tell me, Sadhguru, I want to be spiritual, but my wife is so much trouble. Especially if it's trouble, it should be easy to become spiritual. Because at least you know one thing is not working. You will look for the other. So I'm saying irrespective of whether the atmosphere is sweet or nasty around you, it's got nothing to do. It's got something to do about turning inward. If your idea of spirituality is looking different, dressing different and doing things differently, that is not spiritual process. That is a certain… people may attach themselves to something because they feel that they'll get the guidance there and they may do certain things. Certain norms may be set in certain groups, but essentially spirituality has nothing to do with the atmospheres in which you live. It's got something to do with the atmosphere that you create within yourself.
Dear seekers, why do we seek? What binds us, and what liberates? In our quest for meaning, at what point do we consider the path of solitude over the warmth of family? These are not just questions but doorways to a deeper understanding of our very existence and the essence of spirituality. Let's embark on a journey through these doorways, using our lives as the canvas on which we paint the art of understanding. For many, the question of whether one should leave their family to pursue spirituality embodies a profound dilemma. It's a question that touches the core of our societal and personal values, challenging us to examine what we hold most dear. In every family, there is a microcosm of the larger world, its dramas, its loves, its conflicts, and its peace. The family is often where we first learn about attachment, love, duty, and also, paradoxically, the seeds of detachment. It is within these relationships that we are given our first lessons in spirituality, though we may not recognize them as such. To consider leaving one's family for spirituality suggests a misunderstanding of what spirituality truly is. Spirituality is not about the rejection of the world or its ties, but rather about seeking a deeper connection to the essence of life, which permeates all things, including the bonds of family. It's about finding the divine in the everyday, understanding that every interaction, every challenge, and every moment of love is a part of our spiritual journey. In the stories of seekers who have walked this earth, we find many who have left everything behind in search of enlightenment. Yet, this physical departure is but a metaphor for the inner journey each of us must undertake, a journey from attachment to understanding, from ego to awareness, from the illusion of separation to the realization of oneness. Consider the life of a lotus flower, rooted in mud, yet blossoming above the water, untouched by the mud's impurity. This is the essence of true spirituality, living in the world, but not being of it. It's about being deeply rooted in the realities of life, including family, while reaching for the light of consciousness. The question, then, is not whether one should leave their family, but rather how one can be amidst these essential human connections while pursuing a spiritual path. It's about finding balance, understanding that our relationships can be a mirror reflecting our true selves, presenting opportunities for growth, compassion, and deeper understanding. The spiritual path is not about renunciation of the world but about recognizing the inherent spirituality in all aspects of life. It's about seeing the divine in the mundane, the eternal in the temporal, and understanding that every moment, every interaction, is an opportunity for spiritual growth. Thus, the journey towards enlightenment is not one of separation but of integration, where family and relationships become not hindrances but vital components of our spiritual quest. It's a journey that asks us to transform not just ourselves but the world around us, through the power of presence, love, and awareness. Dear seekers, the true spiritual path is not about leaving anything behind but about embracing everything with a deeper understanding and consciousness. It's about realizing that the divine is not found in isolation but in the heart of our lived experiences, in the faces of our loved ones, and in the challenges and joys of everyday life. This realization brings us to a profound truth: the spiritual journey is interwoven with our daily lives, an inseparable tapestry of inner and outer experiences. When we view our familial responsibilities, not as chains that bind us to the mundane but as avenues through which we can express and explore our spirituality, the distinction between family and spirituality begins to blur. Each act of kindness, every moment of understanding, and every expression of love becomes a step on the path to enlightenment. Our families, with all their complexities and challenges, become fertile ground for spiritual growth, teaching us lessons in patience, unconditional love, and the art of living in the moment. Dear seekers, the question of whether to leave family for spirituality reflects a deeper quest for meaning and connection in our lives. It invites us to look beyond the surface and recognize that true spirituality is not an escape from the world but a deeper engagement with it. By integrating our spiritual practice with our family life, we embark on a holistic journey that nurtures our souls while strengthening our bonds with those around us. This integration becomes a dance of balance, where the pursuit of enlightenment and the embrace of familial love coexist, guiding us toward a fuller, more connected existence. Through this, we discover that the essence of our spiritual journey is not found in the solitude of detachment but in the rich tapestry of relationships and experiences that define our human experience.